land was stolen from them by colonizers and enslavers and renamed Los Angeles. So I'd like to give thanks to those First Nations peoples for taking such good care of the land and thinking about them, their ancestors, past, present, and emerging, to give a moment of gratitude for their stewardship of the place that I call my hometown. And for those of you just joining, I know one of the platforms just started. My name is DeJur. I'm a yoga therapist here in Los Angeles. So we're going to be doing mat yoga today. So grab your mat or the floor, whatever you have is fine. And just be aware if you have any injuries or ailments or concerns physically, just to be mindful as we go through the class. If I ask you to do something with your body that you know is going to bring you discomfort or pain or whatever it could be called, please test it out a little bit before you jump fully into that particular or each pose as we go along. If you need to take a break in between the breaks that I'll be offering, feel free to resource yourself, whatever it may be, bio break, water, a rest break. Feel free to take care of that on your own as needed. And we'll start, as I usually start, with a grounding practice. And grounding basically means we are setting everything aside for the next hour. And these practices we're going to do will help us to get to concentrate on what we're doing here together in our yoga class today. So we're using the 5 senses basically to notice and hear and smell and taste different things around us. So we'll start with just having a look around the room that you're in. And so, yes, we've been in these rooms. We've lived in these rooms. So we are very familiar with everything that's in them. But I would like to ask that you look around the room with fresh eyes, as if it's your first time in there, and just notice what you see. Notice the things that are in the room. So for me, I'll name some quick things for you to consider. I have books, plants, of course, furniture, noticing the fabric of the furniture, if there's sofas and chairs, or noticing the material, if you have tables, what the tables are made out of, the paint, the colors of the room, any artwork you may have, any things, whatever the things are. I have a pile of freshly laundered cat blankets on the table where they should not be, but I never put them away, but at least they're folded. That's a miracle. So just noticing things that are around the space that you occupy. And then we'll move our awareness. So that was our sense of vision or sight. We'll move our awareness to our sense of hearing. First, we'll start with sounds outdoors, outdoor sounds. So I hear the birds today. Some mornings when we're together, I don't hear the birds at all. So there are some birds out there. I'm having a good time. Vehicles. Used to have the gardener across the street come around the time of class, which is always a challenge with the sounds of his equipment. So giving gratitude that his time changed or whatever. He's not here right now. So being grateful for that. A car just went by. So whatever sounds you hear outside, just have a listen. We'll move into sounds indoors. Before we started, I had a moment to turn on my little diffuser thingy so I can hear it bubbling over on the side of me. And so then we'll go to a sense of smell. Speaking of my diffuser, I put some oil blend in there. I don't even know what's in it, but I can smell that moving around the room. And then our sense of taste, toothpaste and water. That's what I taste. And I think, sense of touch. So place your right hand on the top of your left shoulder. We're gonna do some arm brushes. We're just brushing with our hands down to our fingertips, but noticing what we feel as we move our hand down. So first I feel my t-shirt sleeve, and I feel my skin. Then I can feel the bones of my hand. And this is a good practice if you're feeling stressed out while you're out there in the world. Arm brushes are what they're called, and they help to sort of refocus your attention. And if you're paying attention, you're noticing the touch, you touching yourself. And so this comes in handy sometimes when you get overwhelmed or whatever. Let's change sides. So again, we're noticing the fabric of our top. Your arm is exposed, down your arm. I have my watch on. Feel my watch and the bones of my hand. So do that a couple more times down the right arm. Just paying attention to the sensation of touch or the sense of touch. And then sitting as you are, I'm going to slide back a little bit. Let's do some neck rolls and just sitting up tall. I'm going to get on my mat in a second, but just sitting up tall and circling your head. So the spine is long and lifted. Shoulders are, they're not up, but your shoulders are, your spine is straight, basically. You're exhibiting good posture. Shoulders are over your hips. And so slow circles with your head. And you may hear or feel or sense and feeling, I guess, are the same thing. But anyway, some pops or crackles. This should not hurt at all. But you may hear these sounds and they're just hydrogen gas bubbles letting go, popping, releasing because we're moving our head around. As long as you have no pain doing these neck circles or head rolls, you're fine. We'll go the other way. So for you, if you're passengers in a car, lucky you, I'm usually driving, but you can do these while you're riding around with whoever you're riding around with. Us drivers, I do these sometimes when I'm at a red light or in a parking lot or waiting, whatever I'm doing. I do them when I'm standing in line for the, whatever, cashier, supermarket, post office, whatever line, DMV, whatever line I find myself in, I move myself around while I'm sitting there. Let's inhale, shoulders up, and exhale, lower shoulders. Breathe in, lift your shoulders. Exhale them down. Inhale, lift. Exhale them down. So we're breathing through our nose. Inhale, lift throughout the whole class. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. This time just lift the right shoulder up. Breathe in. Right shoulder down. We'll go left shoulder up. Left shoulder down. Back to the right side. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. Now we're going to do shoulder circles. So both shoulders. You can go forward or back. We're going to go both ways. So really moving shoulders as big of circles as you can make them. And see how the upper back feels when you do this, and the upper chest feels, how it feels when you do this. And then noticing any sensations on the tops of your shoulders. Those muscles are doing a lot of the work in this motion. Let's go the opposite way. So really big circles, lifting shoulders up really high, way forward, way down low, and way back. To really get those muscles to open up a bit. And then we'll do just the right shoulder circle. So right shoulder, either way, we'll go both ways. And then the left shoulder circle. And then let's change, sorry, I said the wrong thing. Reverse the right shoulder, pardon me. Reverse the right shoulder, go the opposite way. Now we'll move over to the left shoulder. Circle forward or back. Breathe through your nose, sit up tall. And then opposite way with the left shoulder. And then I'm going to jump back onto my mat. And we will still sit, or however you were sitting, let's sit cross-legged. I want to talk quickly about the use of a towel or blanket when you're sitting on your mat. So you can sit direct, this is a bath towel. You can sit directly on the towel or blanket it lifts your hips up a little bit so your spine is able to be taller and longer. Or you can tuck the edge, the folded edge, just on the edge of your sit bones, and you have to kind of adjust yourself or the towel or blanket. You will find a place that feels really comfortable. And so that is, again, just to lift up the spine a bit and raise the hips up a little bit so the spine can get long. So that's an option for you. I oftentimes just do it on the bare mat. I don't always use this, but I want to show you how, different choices you can make for your yoga practice. And a lot of these choices make it more comfortable for us, which helps us to be able to move more freely without being distracted by the floor under my butt is getting like numb, that my butt is getting numb because the floor is so hard. So we make the yoga accessible and comfortable for us. It should not be a pain or challenge or struggle. We're not doing struggle yoga. We want it to be pleasant and pleasing and restorative. We're sitting with our legs crossed. Bring the left arm up, inhale. We're going to twist to the right and put the left hand on the right knee. Sitting up tall, the right hand is behind you. You're either on your palm, right palm, or up on your right fingertips. So this is a seated spinal twist. So we'll hold here for a few breaths and noticing any sensations while you're twisting. So the torso's pushing to the right. You can use your left hand to help make that happen. The right hand is flat palm or fingertips behind you. And you can use that hand to help twirl you around a bit. Just holding here. So this is a seated cross-leg seated spinal twist. Hold here and breathe. Let's move our head from side to side slowly. Make sure that there's no pain when we do this, please. Slow and easy movements. You can have eyes open or closed, whatever you're comfortable with. Breathe through your nose. Then come back to center. Notice how the left side rib cage feels when we come back to our center. Inhale, right arm all the way up, across, and twist. So the right hand winds up on the left knee. You can use the right hand to help twist you to the left. So torso toward the left. Left hand behind you, flat or on your fingertips. Twist and breathe. We'll move the head again side to side. So slow, gentle movements of the head. Sitting up as straight as you can. And then release and come back to center. We'll go first side again. Inhale, lift the left arm up and over, twist to your right. This time I want you to take your right hand and wrap it behind you. So sort of where if you had on a belt, your hand kind of touches the area if you were wearing a belt. This is opening the shoulder cap, right shoulder cap. Our shoulders get tight. A lot of us spend a lot of time forward bending over our phones and things, keyboards and tablets and all those things. So this is a way to pull the muscles around the upper part of the right side of you near your right shoulder to open up those muscles with a little stretch. It's called wrapping. So wrapping the right arm behind you, twisting to the right, and hold here. You can move your head or you can find one place to hold your head, hold your gaze, your choice. Twisting and breathing. Smooth breath. And then let's inhale, both arms up, twisting to the left. So the right hand touches left knee. We're going to wrap the left arm around toward the right hip, left hand back toward the right hip. So this side feels tighter for me with my arm pulled back. I was on the airplane all day yesterday, so that's probably why. Just an awareness as I ask you to try to pay attention to any feelings your body has. It's nothing for me to fix or worry about. It's just the way it is, but I want to stay present in my yoga practice, and that means that I'm noticing different sensations and feedback from my body. And then release and come back to center. Stretch your legs out. Let's windshield wiper our feet. Shake out your arms. Notice how nice that feels after having our arms wrapped behind us. Bring your feet together. So we're going to start here with a foot rub. So this is butterfly pose. Soles of the feet are touching or close to each other. The knees are wide, so there's a stretch happening on your inner hamstring, and it's a hip opener. The main purpose of the butterfly is the hip opener, but there's other benefits. And one of the new benefits for us is going to be massaging our feet. Let's go with that. You can separate the toes, pull the toes apart, bend your toes forward and back, hold them back. Your hands, get your arches. The area where the toes actually connect to the feet, massage under there. And then we're gonna breathe in here and exhale and walk your hands forward, wherever they go. Doesn't have to be far forward, just whatever you can do, but try to keep your back flat and long. So we don't wanna hump back. You wanna keep the spine long. You can be up on your fingertips or your palms. You get to pick, look down at your feet. And hold here. So this forward bending is some love for the low spine. And also you might feel a little more intensity in the insides of your thighs, those muscles there from us leaning forward. So my right hip is feeling really tight compared to the left. A little tight, I should say tighter than the left, not really tight, but tighter than the left. See what you notice, and if you don't notice anything different, it's fine, that's what it is. So don't feel like I don't feel anything, I'm not doing it right. You're doing it right. If you don't feel it, it's all good. Let's inhale, arms up high, sit up, and exhale, hands back on the floor, flat back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. Do 3 more. Breathe in, arms up, sit up tall. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lift. This is number 2. We have 1 more. Exhale, forward. This is number 1. Inhale here and then hold forward. Look down at your feet. The spine is flat and long. Flat back, no hump. Let's walk hands toward the right leg, toward the right knee. 1 hand on either side of the right bent leg. This is another type of spinal twist. Breathe. May feel a deeper stretch on the inside of the left thigh because we turned our torso away from that direction, or away from center. Let's walk hands over to the left side. Notice what you feel on the inside of the right thigh. Let's go back to the first side, hands walk over to the right. And hands walk over to the left. Keep your breath moving. And then inhale, come upright, extend the legs. That feels good. And then a windshield wiper feet, shake out your arms. We're gonna sit wide leg now. So not so wide that you are getting stabbing pains on the insides of your thighs, but just wide enough to feel a little stretch happening. Toes are pointing up. So whenever we flex our feet, the entire leg, the muscles in the entire leg are contracted, and that's a toning of your legs or your arms. When you engage your arms, a passive way to tone your muscles. So turning toes up, we're gonna breathe in here and then walk forward. Hands can be flat or fingertips. If you have access to your forearm, you may put your forearms down. I'm not warmed up enough to do that, so I'm gonna stay in my lane with flat palms. Looking down toward the mat, towards your mat. Feet are toes are turned up, hold here. Inhale, lift both arms up. We'll do 5 of these. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. This is number 3 here. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, up. This was 2. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up. Hold here. Turn to your left. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Turn to left. Exhale, down. 5 on this side. So that was number 4. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 1 more. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, down. Hold here. Looking at the left knee, your torso is turned towards the top of your left thigh. Look down toward your knee, left knee. Palms are flat or your fingertips. Or if you can get on forearms, go all the way down. Feet are flexed up, toes up, long spine. So this is a wide leg seated twist. Then inhale, both arms up to center. Exhale, turn to the right leg. Come all the way down. Breathe in, we'll do 5. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Here comes number 3. Breathe in, sit up tall. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. This is the last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale to center. Exhale, down, center. And hold here. Look down at the floor. Long spine. Hold here. Breathe through your nose. And then inhale, walk yourself upright. Bring your legs together. Windshield wiper your legs. And shake out your arms. Left leg goes straight out, left toes flex, right sole of the foot touches the inside of your left thigh. So the foot is not under, the right foot is not under the left thigh, it is resting beside the left thigh. Turn your torso. When we do that, the torso naturally shoots off to the right. So we want to turn our torso to the midline, the middle of us, the midline. And then breathe in and then exhale forward. So this is a hip opener for the right hip. And then a stretch for the entire back of the left leg. Left toes are up. Hands on either side of either the left knee, left calf, left ankle. And some of you might be able to reach around your left foot with both hands. Try that out, whatever you got. Look down at the left knee, hold it. So this is a nice stretch also for the low back. Smooth out your breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. We're going to do 4 more sets like that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, this is number 3. Twist right, exhale. Inhale. Exhale, down. This is number 2. Inhale, lift. Arms up straight. Exhale, twist right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. The last one on this side. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms up. And then let the arm swan dive down. Extend the right leg. Windshield wiper legs. Shake out your arms, your hands. We'll change sides. So the right leg stays out, right toes up. Left sole of the foot touches the inside of the left sole of the foot touches the inside of the right thigh. Turn your torso to the center and exhale forward. So your hands can be beside your knees, calves, ankles. Wrap around your right foot, go for it. Just hold here. So a hip opener for the left hip, a stretch for the entire back of the right leg, a lumbar stretch for the low spine is what's happening here. But if you have if your low spine, low back is always feeling tight, any of these forward bends, and you don't have to be on the floor. You can do it in a chair or standing with your tush up to the wall and just bend forward for a few breaths. Helps to lengthen those muscles, and those muscles get tight a lot because of poor posture and furniture that's not supportive, or being in the car way too long. It's a lot of things that can make that happen. And so these forward bends are really nourishing for the muscles back there. Breathe in, arms up. 5 of these. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, turn left. Inhale to center. Exhale, forward. So 3 more now. Inhale, lift. Exhale to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward. 2 more. Breathe in, lift. Sit up tall. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Last one. Breathe in, up. Twist left. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale the arms down. Extend the left leg out. Windshield wiper feet. Shake out your arms. Going to move on to table pose. I'm going to use this. Sometimes my knees are fine, other times they're not. So instead of trying to find out, I'm just using a towel. And maybe I'll move it out of my way later, but I'm going to start with this. So, table pose, box pose, tabletop pose are some of the names that this shape has. So our knees are separated to our comfort, whatever that is for you. Hips and knees are in a vertical line, and the arms are in kind of pushed forward. The arms are on a slight angle, but basically shoulders, elbow, wrists are in a line. We don't want a really sharp bend on our wrist. So that's why I should slip your hand forward just a little bit. So it's more of a slight angle with the arm. We're not putting too much pressure on the wrist. We'll do cat-cow. So we're dropping our belly. We're going to do slow motion first. Drop your belly toward the floor. Lift your chest. Take a breath in here. And hold here. Keep the breath moving, but hold the shape. We're going to be here for a few breaths so that the muscles can get acclimated to what we're about to do. So this is the cow shape of the cat-cow. Breathing through your nose. There are parts of my back that feel twingy in this shape. Just that, again, I'm noticing what I feel. Take 2 more breaths here. Then inhale, and then exhale, we're going into cat. So the spine lifts up toward the sky, pushing into the floor, and exhaling in chin to chest and holding here. Then when you exhale, keep breathing. You're pushing up, spine in a C shape. We'll go back to cow. So letting the spine curve, inhale, chest up, and then continue breathing. Last slow motion cat. Exhale, push your spine up, chin to chest, and then continue breathing. Hold here. I'm going to go real time now. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And I want you to do them on your own timing and breath, because all of our lungs are different capacities. You might want to go faster than me or slower than me, so do a few on your own. The cow is the inhale, the cat is the exhale. Keep the breath moving as you go. Then we'll come back to table. We're going to do a pigeon shape or sleeping swan, it's called sometimes. So from table, I want you to slide your right knee towards your right wrist or right hand. Allow the right leg to cross at any angle that's comfortable. So it doesn't have to be perpendicular to the short edge of your mat like I was taught many, many times in classes. Whatever angle your front leg takes, that's fine. We're going to slide back on the left leg, the straight leg. We're sliding back. So you can stay here with arms straight, palms flat. And we're not falling over on the right tush. Okay, we're centered. We're on top of the left leg. We're on top of the left foot. So holding here, this is one version of this pigeon pose or sleeping swan. You can also come down to forearms. So forearms down, palms down, fingers spread. Okay, right hip is still up off the floor. So we want to have the body centered. This is actually a hip opener, so just in case you're wondering what the heck we're doing. And if you want, you can also stack your hands or your fists and put your forehead there. So fist stack or palm stack and bring your forehead there. Any of the in between, I'm going to stay propped up on my straightened arm, but you do what you like. We'll be holding here for just a minute. This is a hip opener for the right hip in this case, and I'm doing a slight back bend by keeping my arm straight, getting a little back bend here. So holding, be comfortable, find a comfortable spot to be. We'll take a couple breaths here. And then let's untangle the right leg. Let's move back to table. Come back to table. Let's sway the hips side to side just to loosen things up a little from that shape. And then we're going to slide the left knee toward the left hand. Let the left foot cross the mat to wherever it ends up naturally. We're not forcing the left leg to go across the short edge of your mat. Let it go where it goes. We're going to slide back on the left leg. Excuse me, everyone. The right leg, slide back. The straightened leg, slide back. We're on top of the right leg, on top of the right foot. You can stay propped up with arms long, palms flat, fingers spread. You can come down forearms, palms flat, fingers spread here. Or you can do the stacked hands, forehead on them, or stacked fists, forehead on them. You get to pick. So with the fists and the hands, it's helping bring the floor up closer to your forehead. So you don't have to go all the way down to the floor. You get to pick. I'll be up here with my arms straight. We're keeping the body centered. We're not leaning off to the left because that's just naturally what the body would want to do because it's a little more comfortable. Want to stay on basically centering the body. If you're up on your straight arms, drop your shoulders. So this is the little back bend that's happening here with if you're up on your straight arms. Take a couple more breaths. And then let's slide back into table pose. So readjust your left leg, come back to table, hips rock side to side. And here you can dip your shoulders and bend your elbows if you want with the hips, the hip rock. You can do whatever you want. And we're going to go to down dog. So I'm going to move the towel out of the way altogether. Down dog, we start in table. Tops of the feet are touching the floor. Now we're going to curl the toes under. Let's stay here for just a second. This is a great calf stretch and also a nice stretch for the muscles in the feet. Just hold here. Okay, inhale, lift your butt up in the air. Readjust your feet so you're comfortable. Lower the heels. So as low as you can get. They don't have to touch the floor unless you can touch the floor. But just lower them so you're not up on tiptoes. Hold here. This is down dog. It's supposed to be a resting pose in yoga. I don't believe it, but that's what the books say. Lift your left leg up as high as you can. Lower the left leg. The lowering was the exhale. Inhale, lift right leg up. Exhale, lower right leg. Inhale, lift left leg up. Exhale, lower left. Inhale, lower right, upper lift right. Exhale, lower right. Last one, inhale, lift left. Exhale, lower left. Hold here. Gonna walk back, bend your knees. Bend your knees as much as you want. We're gonna do a forward bend. So holding here. Separate your feet to your comfort. And just holding here, your knees can be bent as deeply as you want. You get to pick that. So this is a standing forward bend. I mentioned earlier you could do something like this with your butt on the wall for support. If you want to stretch out your low back. It's also stretching the backs of the legs. Let's inhale halfway up, airplane arms. The back is flat here, airplane arms. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms up, halfway flat back. Exhale down. Inhale up halfway. Exhale down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale down. Inhale, come up all the way. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Arms come up above your head. And then let the arms swan dive down into mountain pose. So our feet are parallel. Your legs, insides of your legs can touch or not. I like mine or not. This is a resting pose in yoga, and I do feel that that is true. So holding here. Do a little body scan, check in on your breathing. Notice how you feel, how your body feels since we started. Notice how your back feels. Backs of your legs, your side body, where we've done a lot of twistings this morning. Smooth out your breath. Bring your hands to prayer hands. Take a breath in here. Interlace your hands, exhale, arms out. So the arms are parallel to the floor. They're not hanging down here. The arms have energy in them, pushing the palms away. So we're going to hold here for a few breaths. So actually push your shoulders forward so that your back, shoulder blades, etc., get a stretch. So pushing the shoulders forward, pushing the hands so far forward, the shoulders come with. Breathe through your nose. Smooth the breath out. Okay, next inhale, arms go up. So palms are pushing up toward the ceiling, making your body as long as you can. And feet are parallel. We're still in the basic mountain pose. Pushing up, lifting hands up, getting a nice total body stretch. Take breaths. Okay, we're going to inhale to bring your arms back on a diagonal. This is again for shoulder caps because the arms are behind us. Hold here, take some breaths. Standing up as tall as you can. And then coming back to prayer hands. So we'll do it in real time now. And we're going to alternate this part of the arms where they're back. We're going to go between back on an angle and cactus arms. So I'll call them out as we go. Okay. So hands interlace, breathe in, push forward, exhale. Inhale, lift palms up. Exhale, this time cactus arm. So here the upper arm is parallel with the floor, strong arms. The lower arm, the forearm, is vertical. Okay, so the upper arm is horizontal. They're not hanging down like this. They're working. So that was the exhale. Inhale, prayer hands. Interlace, exhale, push. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release behind you. Inhale to prayer. Exhale, push forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, cactus. This time, cactus. Inhale, prayer. Exhale, push. Inhale, lift. Exhale, diagonal. Inhale, prayer. Exhale, push. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, prayer. Exhale, push. Inhale, lift. Exhale, diagonal. Inhale, prayer. Exhale, push. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. One more. Inhale, prayer. Exhale, push. Inhale, lift. Exhale, diagonal. Sway the arms, turn side to side, and let your arms tap your sides. Move the breath. Okay, coming back to a mountain pose. This time I do want your feet touching insides of the legs tight. Inhale, bring the arms up, palms touch. Your shoulders are tight today. You can do cactus arms, but we're going to do side bends. So holding, breathing in and then leaning over to your right, we're gonna hold here. If you're using cactus arms, same thing. Cactus arms, but leaning to the right. So this is a lateral stretch. Inhale to center. Exhale to your left and hold. Take some breaths. Inhale to center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Last side. Exhale left. And then inhale center, arms out straight, exhale them down. Separate the feet, let's twist again. A little more of that, and tap your body. That tapping, whatever part of you that you're tapping, is bringing a little extra blood flow to the surface of the skin. It's like if you have massages at the end, sometimes they'll go down the back of your body like and that brings blood, increases blood circulation. Okay, coming back to center. Put all your weight on your left leg. We're going to do a balance pose called tree. There's several variations. So I want to run through them real quick so you can pick what you want. Weight is on the left leg. You can just simply lift the right heel. That's it. That's one version. You can turn the right knee out. Right foot touches left ankle. That's another option. You can bring the right foot to the left inside leg. You can bring the right foot up above the knee, to the inside of the left thigh. You can let go of the right hand and do it without holding if possible. I can't, so I'm just keep going. You can also cross the right ankle over the left thigh. So there's another version. Okay, that's those. I'm gonna show you everything, and I'm gonna have you start again on the right side. Hands can be prayer. Hands can be prayers up. Hands can be funnel shape. I don't know what that's called. Hands can be arms out, palms up, palms down, upside down funnel. Behind you wrists, behind you elbows, behind you prayer hands, fingers down, behind you prayer hands, fingers up. Those are your options. So let's start on the right side again. So shifting weight to the left side, pick your tree, whatever, and you can change the tree. You can grow the tree while we're here. We're going to be here for a few breaths so we can get into the pose and work on our balance. The books say that balancing poses in yoga help us stay balanced when we go out and deal with the world. So that is, there's all the story for every yoga pose of why the hip openers, the shoulder openers, why we do them. So this balancing poses are for that. So find the position of your right leg and let's be there for a few breaths. Pull in your belly button, that helps with stability. And then we'll shift over to the other side. So kick out the right leg, step on it, weight onto it, and then find your left leg tree. And change the arms if you want. If you have your, when you bend your left knee, it's turned out away. It's not pointing forward. That's something different. We want the left knee turned out to the left. Breathe in, smooth breaths, exhale, smooth breaths. And then release when you're ready. Shake out both legs. Bring your hands to prayer. Sweeping out and up. Breathe in. And exhale, forward bend with a flat back. Come all the way down. And inhale halfway up. So the back is flat here. We're going to do 2 more flat backs. Exhale down. Inhale up. That was number 2. Exhale down. This is number 1. Breathe in. Exhale back down. Inhale, reverse swan dive. So bring the arms all the way up and over your head. And then exhaling, hands to heart. Sweep out, inhale. Arms up. Exhale, flat back. Forward bend, bend your knees if you'd like. Inhale, halfway up, long spine. Exhale, back down. Inhale, halfway up, long spine. Exhale, back down. Inhale, halfway up, long spine. Exhale, down. And then sweep the arms out, come up to standing. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll do 1 more round of this. Inhale, sweep out, arms up. Exhale, forward bend, flat back, come all the way down. Inhale, 3 up and down. So here's number 3, or halfway up and down. Exhale, down. Here's number 2, inhale. Exhale, down. Number 1, inhale, halfway up. Exhale, down. And then reverse swan dive, come all the way up to standing. Inhale, palms touch, and then exhale, hands to heart. Let's just hold here, take a few breaths. Your body scan, see how you feel, your energy, your emotions, breathing patterns. Let's do the twist again. Tapping the side body, turning in half circles back and forth. We're going to move into final rest. So coming down on the floor, and you can, this is a good time if you want to pad your mat a little, or your upper back. Do that. And so we're going to start first, feet flat on the mat, on your back, feet flat on the mat. Knees are pointing up. So feeling the contact of your spine on the floor or on the earth. Let's windshield wiper the knees from one side to the other, both knees in the same direction. And look for that stretch feeling. So my knees are going left. I feel a stretch on the front of the right thigh. So see if you notice that. If you don't notice it, all is well. So we're going back and forth. So basically there's a stretch on whichever leg is up on top as you go side to side. Move your breath as you go back and forth. Next time you go right, let the legs just fall where they fall. Hold here, breathe. So I'm feeling a little stretch from where my, where the right thigh and my torso come together, the muscles there and down the front of the, I'm sorry, I said left. Left thigh where the muscles and the torso, legs and the torso come together, down the front of the left thigh. And the muscle around the hip crease, we'll call it, just call it hip crease, the left hip crease. Make it easy. Sometimes I can't find the words. And then inhaling back to center, this time knees to the left. So there's a stretch happening from the hip crease on the right hip down the front of the right thigh. You may not feel it, and that's okay. It's still happening. It's still happening. And then coming back to center, we'll do happy baby. So bending the knees deeply, bringing them near your armpits as close as you can get them, whatever that looks like. Then grabbing the soles of the feet, and the feet are facing the sky. So happy baby, you can hold your feet, the hands on the outsides of the feet, which is the traditional way, but it might be easier to hold onto the arch side of your feet. You can try that out. You can also hang on to the ankles. Doesn't even have to involve the feet or the calves, whatever you can get. Okay, but the knees should be bent as deeply as they can, sort of like the leg is looking like a letter L, sort of. So big, deep knee bends here, and hang on to wherever you can. And hold here, happy baby pose. So this is a deep stretch in the back of the thighs and the inner muscle, inner thigh muscle. Hold here, breathe. Let's rock back and forth a little. This is a massage for the back. When we rock the back side to side, nice back massage, especially if you're on a hard mat like me and the hard floor. And then come back to center, lower the feet onto the mat again. Let's windshield wiper a couple more times. Move the breath. I'm gonna, you can either stay like this with feet flat, knees up, but let the knees touch for Shavasana, for final resting pose, arms out to the sides. Or you can go into traditional corpse pose, which is legs long, legs spread apart, feet flop open, arms away from the torso, palms up. You can also do a side corpse, so knees to chest, turning to whichever side, and keeping the knees bent. The knees fall on top of each other, and the bottom arm is your elbow. You can rest like this too. So you get to pick. You can also move through them throughout the resting part of our class. So Shavasana means final rest in Sanskrit. It also means corpse pose. It has a dual meaning, that word, Shavasana, corpse pose and final rest. And this is the time where all of our energy we've swirled up kind of settles around our body. And it's, to a lot of teachers, it's the most important part of the class. A lot of times in class, people jump up and leave at this part because they got stuff to do. But this helps you to get all the energy that you stirred up, to have it move around the body and settle in an equal way. So get comfy. And just allow the body to breathe itself, smooth, easy breaths. Gently circle your wrists and ankles, hands and feet. If you're on your side, you can roll onto your back. Next breath in, take a big stretch with your arms overhead. And you may also circle wrists and ankles in this shape, the stretching shape. You can flex and release your hands, fingers, and you can point and flex your feet. And then exhaling, knees back to chest, turning onto one side, and then making your way up to a seated pose. Thank you so much for coming to class. May you be happy. May your life have meaning, and may you be an instrument for social change. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Kirsten, for being our fearless leader.
Thank you, DeJur. Enjoyed the stretch. See you next week.
Thank you, June. And I think I see Shallon. Hi, Shallon, girl. Don't be sneaking in here.
I'm trying to turn on my camera, but I don't know how. Oh, I see it.
Is there? Oh, we get a baby picture.
Oh my goodness, he's big. Wow.